Hello friends, Jennifer Pearson here, doing the Tao Oracle, deck interview. So this deck, I will start by saying, was a little bit, didn't shuffle as easily as I thought it would. Let's just put it that way. Still managed to do it. There are still a variety of ways you can do it, but it didn't shuffle as well as I'd hoped. Given that the cards are pretty flexible, and they feel good too. I didn't really mention that, but they're a nice soft feel to them. Okay, deck interview. What are you here to teach people? Abundance. I keep getting it. Okay. Well, that's interesting. That is not, I guess it isn't what I would have expected from the Tao Oracle for whatever reason. Abundance. Plenty, profusion, generosity, fertility, ripeness, inner riches, reaping rewards, culmination, and harvest. Okay, so how would you describe yourself? So this is how the deck describes itself. And we have family. Well, I did refer to the Osho Zen as the cousin of this deck. So it is brother, sister, cousin of this deck. So maybe it is part of a family. It says heredity, blood bonds, kindred spirits. So that's kind of sweet. Maybe it considers me part of the family, or maybe it considers itself part of the family of humanity, because that's here too. Our human family, community, intimate relationships, home life, ancestry. So quite a sweet self-description. What is the deck's opinion of me? Oppression. With the Osho Zen, it was nothingness. Okay, oppression, restriction, exhaustion, depression, depleted resources, feeling cut off. Well, I do feel cut off. Punishment, confinement. I think that I did have some depression. I don't think it had to do with, I think it had to do again with the antihistamines, and because I am feeling better off of the antihistamines. Exhaustion, I'm doing this quite late at night. I'm like on a video creating binge, and I do have the feeling cut off and the restriction end of things. So I hope this deck teaches me abundance, and getting past that, and having a family feeling. I do have a family feeling when I'm with my family, but not here. How can I best learn from or collaborate with you? Small is beautiful. So maybe you'll see this in my 3 spree readings. Small is beautiful. Find the extraordinary in the ordinary. Keep it simple. Use discretion. Slow down. Tend to details and pay attention. So I think that is saying read 1 to 3 card readings and pay attention to the cards. Read from the guidebook and dive into the cards. What are your strengths as a deck? The gentle. So it gently leads us to abundance. Okay, what is a weakness or a limitation of the deck? Following. Loyalty, adaptability, cooperation, trust, reliability, sensitivity to others, service, receiving guidance. That's kind of a curious weakness or limitation. I could see maybe the loyalty in the sense that not very many people seem to be saying anything about this deck. This might be one of those underrated decks. Adaptability, I think it could be adaptable. I don't know. That's a curious, it's not what I would expect for that question. What is the potential outcome of our time together? Grace. Strange image for grace, and strange, again, just a bit of a strange, maybe I should have stopped at 3 cards, because again, a bit of a strange answer. Okay, so what is the potential outcome of our time together? Adornment, bring out beauty, elegance, the outer as a reflection of the inner, vanity, charisma, self-expression. That is not what I think. Almost none of those are things that I think of in terms of an outcome for working with a deck. So that's curious. What is one thing you ask of me? The attraction of opposites. Seduction, temptation, magnetism, a passionate encounter, meeting halfway, coupling, sexual union. This makes me think of the Tarot of Transformation that's constantly giving me the tantric, isn't tantric union, I think it is. It wants to bond with me, or it wants me to bond with it. Well, I did say that, oh, excuse me, I have had some difficulty in the past connecting with the I Ching and using the Tao Te Ching. So maybe that's saying that it's asking me to enter into the mindset of the I Ching. What kind of readings do you enjoy the most? The receptive. I have to say, I've never gotten the whole idea of women as receptive. Yes, there is a vagina. Yes, it does receive the penis. But that is such a limited aspect, I think, of one's life. And for that to be the defining thing as opposed to the creative aspect. And here it's saying the receptive, and yet it's showing like a swelling pregnant belly. That's not receptive, that's going out into the world. And breasts, and those are not receptive, they're going out into the world. But it says, this is the kind of readings that it likes. The yielding yin principle, that kind of goes with the gentleness, that it likes to be a gentle deck. Devoted, patient, supportive, obedient, responsive, intuitive, earthy, mother. So that's interesting that it wants to be an intuitive deck, to maybe not rely entirely on all these keywords and symbols. And I like it in the sense that I think that it can be read intuitively. I like that there's more than one card that strikes me as depicting pregnancy. There's this card and there's one other. but I don't know that I would call it a feminine deck per se. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I'll have to take a look and see if it has a leaning towards the female in depictions. Yeah, how will you challenge me? Last question. The creative. But that's 2 and 1, so that could be a flaw in the... Do I have any others? In the shuffling. No, most of the other ones aren't that way, so I'll just take it for what it says. The active yang principles: strength, tenacity, dynamism, inspiration, heaven, masculine authority, Father. That's how it will challenge me. And it is a challenge because I'm not seeing what it's getting at. So let me just see here. I could see if yang is the active principle, that maybe it's saying that I could see myself doing this. So I just said that, I said when I did the review, that the first impressions review, that I thought that this is a deck that I could use for full spread. So that's kind of yang-ish in an active sense, wanting to really use the deck. But it could be saying, with this, how will you challenge me? Then maybe trying to use it that way will be a challenge. And it has already said that the kinds of readings that it likes are the receptive. So I might try to force this issue and try to use it in this way, when it's saying that really it functions best in the opposite way. So we shall see. We shall see. But I'm happy. I'm glad I got this. It's a pleasant surprise. It offers more than I expected. Even though it says it's limited. Even though it says no, only little readings. We'll see. All right. Thanks for coming along for the ride, and see you again soon. Bye-bye.